Sarah Whitton, an expert in marriage and emotional relationships. In 2011, she conducted a renowned study because she tracked 47 people over 17 years, following them from age 14 all the way until they were 31. Sarah wanted to research how our family of origin shapes our growth as individuals, from adolescence to marriage and establishing a home, and how deeply it influences us. Her conclusion was that our communication and emotional patterns with partners often come from patterns we learn from our parents. This means the deeper our childhood trauma and wounds, the more issues we face as we grow. The poorer our parents' communication skills, the higher our chances of conflict with partners later in life. She also discovered that divorce rates, when parents have higher divorce rates, their children's divorce rates increase proportionally, which means if our parents divorced, the likelihood of their children divorcing is higher than in families where parents stayed together. The same applies to mental health issues. If parents have mental health problems, their children are more likely to develop them too, and teenagers with mental health issues are more likely to carry them into adulthood. Another fascinating discovery was about gender differences. Sarah found, or rather, Sarah discovered that men, more than women, tend to replicate childhood patterns in their marital relationships. The reason she proposed was because women are more proactive in seeking help, more willing to share, more open to expressing themselves, more motivated to change. In contrast, men typically think, "I don't have a problem, my wife has the problem." Men tend to use their rational minds to analyze situations without truly addressing the relationship with their hearts. Sarah made another discovery regarding suicide. Often, when women attempt suicide, it's a signal for help, rescue, or a cry for love, not necessarily wanting to die. But when men attempt suicide, they might jump from the 50th floor. Men express themselves in more extreme ways because emotions suppressed inside erupt more violently when released. When I read this research, it resonated deeply with me because I too, about 20 years ago, only then began to face myself and confront my family of origin. When I first faced these issues, I discovered how much anger I had toward my father and mother. So much neglected anger, suppressed anger. I suddenly saw all their problems, and it took me a year or two to process, only to realize that my anger toward my parents was actually a projection of anger toward myself because I couldn't forgive myself. Then I discovered for the first time that who I hated most wasn't my parents, but myself. I hadn't accepted myself. So when I truly began to heal and forgive my parents, I experienced a profound clarity. For the first time ever, I unconditionally accepted myself. This is why our family of origin is so important. Sarah's conclusion is also that our relationships with partners, all our intimate connections, are deeply influenced by our family of origin, and our relationship with our partner will greatly affect our next generation, influencing all other important relationships in our lives. So for our own sake and for everyone around us, we all deserve to be brave, to be honest, in facing our family of origin, to see how we became who we are, how we were shaped step by step, to reclaim our inner power, to truly know ourselves and become the masters of our own